Hi everybody, I'm Howdy Nights with Charles Dickens here. Hello everybody, I just want to enjoy this nice Christmas festivity, all the celebrations. I look forward to getting all the good snacks, see the Christmas cheer. So I'm Charles Dickens. Have a great holiday everybody. Boom!
Welcome to Holiday Nights. I'm John, and who are my guests tonight?
My name's Matt.
I'm Sue.
First time here?
No, we're regulars here.
Well, you're in a 1914 Model T tonight. And the weather's holding out for you. You got a great evening.
So, how long have you been driving?
5 years.
5 years. Okay. Is this the same ride you would?
No. The ride we usually give is about 14 minutes. Yeah, this is...
Slam out!
What did he say? I didn't hear what he said.
He said I have something
What did he say?
about my code, so.
Oh, so it's a much longer ride.
Yeah, and we give the history of Model T.
Oh,
And we go out throughout the whole... Yeah, this is like
okay.
around... We do 1,300 guests in less than 4 hours. So.
Wow, that's a lot.
I think about, I would say 60 or more laps. That's all in a night here.
Oh my gosh.
So you train on like all the different cars?
Well, they're all the same. All the Model Ts are the same. We got a gas pump back in the shop, yeah. I fill them up at the beginning of the night, so we're good for the whole week. About 20 miles to a gallon.
Ooh, snacks over here. More snacks. I'm looking forward to have some more snacks for the rest of the night. Ooh, roasted ham sandwich. Roasted chestnuts. I'm very excited for this nice little snack. Ooh, roasted chestnuts. I'm glad to have some of this for this nice festivity. I say roasted chestnuts and no drama.
Purpose of the Forest Service, and I was mentioning to these folks that providing resources, grazing land, timber, mineral, mining, all that sort of stuff is all part of the U.S. Forest Service as much as it is a conservation organization. So really, if you think of a lot of conservation organizations out there, there is kind of an element of that give and take. So take, for example, something like Ducks Unlimited, right? Ducks Unlimited is an organization that, yes, they're conserving land to try to promote like duck populations and things like that, but it's a lot of hunters that are part of that, right? So you're harvesting, you're taking, but you're also giving back, trying to sustain that, right? And that's kind of how the Forest Service works. So one good example, kind of a small example of that kind of ties into the holiday season, is you are able to go to the National Forest, and if you have a permit, you can harvest your own Christmas tree, right? And so just a small example of kind of how the National Forests work overall. So, and we do have an example of a permit over there on that log. Kind of neat to see. But it's a $5 fee. You go in and harvest your own. So you got to put in the work. That's about it.
It is cool. So any forest?
Any national forest, there may be some that have restrictions. I'm not certain exactly which ones, but many do. Many you can, so for example, the Huron-Manistee in Michigan, that is one. The Hiawatha, which is also in Michigan, you can do that as well. So you just have to have the proper permit and you're good to go.
So that's if you want to cut a tree down for a Christmas tree?
Yep, exactly.
So you could
For a lot of people, a lot of families, it's tradition to go do that. It's kind of an experience for them to go out and to do that. Others would rather not, but some like to do that. So yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Can you, like dig out the root type thing, or
dig out the roots?
For the to cut
yeah,
the
I don't think so.
You should cut it. So
yeah,
first-hand experience here. So what they say is you have to cut the tree down, but you can't leave a stump taller than 6 inches.
I see.
So you have to.
Trevor is on the nice list. Well done, Trevor. And Charles, you too, you're on the nice list.
Thank you, Santa
Merry
Claus.
Christmas. Ho, 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 ho. And Harper's on the nice list. Great job, Harper. And Callahan is on the nice list. Well done, Callahan. And Savannah.
This is cacao pod. It comes from Central South America, anywhere 20 degrees north and south of the equator is where cacao grows and trees. Okay, so they cut this from the tree. This is a little short because it's very dried out, so it'd be a little bigger, maybe as large as American football. Okay, and you cut them open, you get out the seeds, anywhere from 30 to 60 seeds. You throw them in a pile, cover them with banana leaves, and let them ferment for 3 to 5 days. You take off those banana leaves, you wash them up, you let them dry out, and what you get is you get cacao beans. They look like this. And then what you can do is you can ship them to the colonies where chocolatiers like I buy them to make chocolate. First thing I do is I take chocolate, the beans, and I put them in here, and then I roast them for probably 15, 20, 30 minutes. Just like you'd roast coffee beans. I then am able to get off the shells. So the shells from the cacao look like this, but I don't throw them away. What I can do is I can put them in hot water and make chocolate tea. It's known as poor man's chocolate. Okay? The beans that I do get after the shells are off like this, cacao beans, I take them, I put them in the mortar and pestle, I grind them up, and I get little pieces like this. Okay? These little pieces I put on my hot stone, and then what I can do is I can just grind them up. So at the temperature and the grinding, it changes to a liquid. And after I get it to the consistency that I want, what I'm able to do is then take them, put them in the form, and they'll let it dry. I get my cacao, my chocolate bar. Now this chocolate bar is kind of like baker's chocolate where it's very, very bitter. Okay? So I'm not going to chew it like I'm going to chew a chocolate bar. In the other room, you got a little pot by the fire known as a chocolate pot. And what I'm going to do is put hot water in there, bring it to a boil. And then I'm going to take my chocolate bar and I'm going to take shavings and put that in that hot water. And I can also add, if I wanted to, I could add spices, whether it's cayenne pepper, vanilla, cinnamon, whatever the case may be. That little stick coming up, I work it real well, mix it up good, froth the drink, and that's what I serve to my guest. Okay? So it was a bitter drink like coffee is today before you start adding all the sugar and all those other things. That's how they consumed chocolate in 1760. Anybody have any questions?
Did they not add sugar because it was expensive?
I think they did not add sugar because it was common not to use sugar.
Oh.
They'd rather use the other spices. Expense could have been something, but it's my understanding it's because they preferred cayenne pepper, cinnamon, honey, or whatever the case may be. Well, thanks for coming tonight. Have a Merry Christmas. For those.
Hello there. How you doing?
Good.
Sorry about him. He always does this. Don't mind me. I'll be right back. It's been so long since I seen you. I figure it's about time for you to come see about your family and your friends, huh? Well, I sure am glad to see you. We all miss you around here. Sorry about the dog. I got to give him meat to get him to stop barking eventually. I did it one time a few weeks ago, And now it seems to be the only way I can get him to shut up from time to time. Like that. He surely is smarter than he looks. Say, have you seen Amos or the children around here anywhere? Not yet, huh? They must still be out getting things ready for Christmas. You've caught us at such a busy time. Everybody just running around all over the place. Whew. We just been so busy since winter come. Most days I get my day started before the sun even wakes up. Whew. You remember Miss Charlotte, don't you? Yeah, every day about 5 a.m. I go see about her. A few months ago, she fell out and fainted while walking up the road. She ain't been doing too good since then, so I go get her cleaned up, get her dressed, cook her up some breakfast, and then we take a nice walk outside around her house. Once I get Miss Charlotte up and ready for the day, then I rush home and get breakfast started before Amos and the kids wakes up. Thankfully, it don't take too much to get them going once they smell that bacon sizzling in the skillet. Once everybody's fed and off to school and work, then I get started on the house and the farm. I tidy up, make sure everything's nice and clean. Then I check on the dry food, make sure it's all good, ain't no weevils in it or nothing. Then I go around back, and that's when the real work begins. First, I get started on that fire for all the smoking and cooking we do around here. Usually, Junior and Carrie go after school and get some firewood, but I goes in the morning and get some more, because that fire got to stay burning all day long. Once the fire's nice and big, then it's time to go hunt down a hog. My family loves ham, pork chops, bacon, ribs, you name it, so me and Amos always got to go hunt down a hog. Ooh, by then it's about 10 o'clock, and it's about time to get lunch started for Junior and Carrie. Every single day, I fix them a hot lunch and walk it up to that schoolhouse so they ain't hungry or wanting for anything while they learning in the classroom. When I make them lunch, I pack a little extra for me and Miss Charlotte to have some too, and then I walk it right back over there. As a matter of fact, that's where I'm coming from right now.
Grace? That's my wife I see up there talking on the porch.
Hi, honey. Yes, it's me here on the porch, and you'll never guess who came to visit.
Hey, sweetheart. Is that what I think it is?
You sure?
My, oh my, it has been a long time. It's so good to see you.
Isn't it? We was just catching up, and hey, now, don't make me.
Calm on down. Listen, don't get all worked up. I'll take care of this. All right. With her. Now, you know we done raised better than that, son. You're going to have to stop all that barking right now. With her.
Try it again.
Don't make me come back there, boy. With her. That's what I thought.
That worked.
You got to call him by his name, honey. He got to know he part of the family.
Anywho, I was just talking about my day and us getting ready for Christmas and how I just come from keeping Miss Charlotte company.
Oh, yes, Miss Charlotte. How's she doing today?
She's all right.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, now listen. Now, don't let my wife fool you. Look, I love how humble she is. But she been doing more than just going up there and sitting with Miss Charlotte. See, no, they've been getting together since the beginning of winter. They've been canning up food and smoking some meat and doing some other fancy work, and then they giving it all the way down there at the church for them folks that's struggling or need some extra food or even need a scarf to keep warm in the winter. Now, see, I've been going around preaching the sermon about looking out for your neighbor and giving, right? And Grace, she got such a big heart. Ooh, she is a mighty fine example of that.
Oh, honey, you are too kind. It ain't no big thing. Just doing what we supposed to do. Look out for each other. Say, the children are usually back from getting the firewood by now. Do you know where they could be?
Oh, yes. So this morning I was talking to Miss Betty, And you know Miss Betty. Now, I was talking to Miss Betty, and she was telling me that she'd been hurting her back getting all this firewood. That's what she said, firewood. And so I told her that if she went and got Junior and Carrie, and they could help her out with the wood. So I sold her that. I sent them over there to help with the wood. That's what I did. That's exactly what. And that's where they at. They at Miss Betty's, and but they'll be back soon. That's what. And you know what? Last time y'all was here. Listen, actually, it's been a while since y'all seen the kids. You know, they're growing up real fast. Junior, he 9 years old. And Carrie, she is 6 years old now. Now, I know the last time you saw her, she wasn't nothing but a little baby. But them kids, they doing so good. Oh, they doing real good in school. They getting their reading and they writing going on. They taking on more responsibilities. Oh, yeah, they helping out around here more. Yeah, I be taking Junior with me on hunting. Yeah, yeah, now he ain't shot nothing big yet, but I know it's coming, you know. and Carrie, ooh, she just sit up under Grace cooking. Listen, when she get older, I guarantee you she is going to be the best cook in town, just like her mama. Oh, yeah. Oh, these kids, they doing so good. All of that schooling and stuff, they working so hard, just like me and Grace. And I'm trying to tell you, I love them kids. I'm just so proud of them. Oh, child. Love them kids. Speaking of the kids, did you pick up your present for them?
I sure did. I was able to trade some of our canned goods, and and I got these big, juicy oranges. And I got a deal, so I was able to get 4 of them. Ooh. I couldn't afford cloth to make Carrie a doll or Junior a new school shirt, so these are all I have. But I do still have my Christmas stockings from last year that I can put these in so they can have a nice treat. Do you think they'll like them?
Oh, I am for sure that they are going to love these little oranges. And you know, I'm going to go, okay? Because he probably just need a good talking to.
Mm-hmm.
All right, look.
You get them for
by the way, I know you've been sneaking him some meat. But if I was him, I'd be bargaining all day too to get some of your cooking. Winner! You know Proverbs 21:23 say, hey, whosoever keepeth his mouth and his tongue, so keep himself from troubles. So you'll keep that.
Before he comes back, I want to show y'all something. Me and Miss Charlotte ain't just been working on things for people at the church. I've been crocheting these socks for Avis and the children. I traded some things and I got this beautiful cotton yarn a few days ago. They're so soft. Everybody works so hard with walking long roads and hunting and harvesting. The kids always playing, and my Amos, he stands on his feet pretty much all day long, so I figured some nice thick socks would make them feel more comfortable. I really hope they like them.
All right, Grace. We shouldn't be hearing Willie Earl no more on tonight. Now, I done gave him a supper now, and I even gave him a nice big belly rub. But like I was saying, I think that they are going to love them oranges. You know they go crazy about them. And you got 2 of them in their stockings? Ooh, they're going to be the happiest kids in town.
Thank you, honey. And what about you? Are your gifts ready?
Yes, they are. And you know, I got you a little something too, so don't be trying to figure out what I got you.
Now, why would I do something like that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord, now it's getting dark out here. It's going to be time to holler for Junior and Carrie. So we ain't going to hold you no longer, but, getting old. I will say that it's been a blessing to see y'all here. And, you know what? Hey, y'all should let us shout you out. You know, send them off the right way. Hey, honey, could you go around back and get my shouting stick?
I can do that for you, honey.
Thank you, dear. Yeah, shouting is just a basic way of us. It's like singing, and so it's just a good way for us to get people out and doing the thing. And then, okay, this is what I really need. I need y'all to tell me what you think about the gifts I got, all right? Now, y'all know I work over at the shoe shop now, right? And I've been staying late at the shop so that I could take the scraps from the orders I've been making to make brand new church shoes for everybody, all right? And they real nice, too. Y'all want to see it? You want to see it? Wait. Daddy! Woo, you see that? Ooh, that's some good quality. Boy, you wouldn't even know these made over no leftover parts. Yeah, no, see, most of the shoes that I make for them, they're usually just, they're like work boots, something that they can walk around in and stand in for a long amount of time. But they usually end up all raggedy and stuff from all the hunting and harvesting. And I wanted them to have something real nice that was just for church or, some other kind of fancy occasion. You know what I mean? And so they're so good. And I wanted them to have something real nice. And if y'all can keep it quiet, the kids are not getting firewood. No. They wanted to get their own Christmas presents. And so Junior, he wanted to get his own hog. He wanted to get the Christmas hog. And so he wanted to make Grace real proud of him. So I took him out hunting earlier, and he shot his first hog. Yes, he did. Woo! That's actually what's in the bag. Yeah, I had to bring it back myself because he didn't want to get caught bringing it back. And he had to explain all that, you know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, while me and him been out hunting, Carrie has been over there trying to make pies just like her mama. Now, Carrie only 6 years old, but she been over there at Miss Betty's, and I went over to pick her up the other day. Miss Betty said, I helped a little bit, but basically she made this pie by herself. Now, I don't know. Y'all know any 6-year-old make a pie that good? Like a grown woman? Oh, child, that pie was good. Oh, man, I'm so proud of them kids. I'm trying to tell you. Whew.
I can't find your shot stick, honey.
Quiet as kept, the shouting stick right up here on the porch. She don't got to know that, does she? You know what, honey? The shouting stick done found its way all the way up here. Yeah, why don't you go around up to the front?
Oh, all right. Here I come.
Anyway, I really hope that they love these presents I got them, because they really do deserve it, It's up here the whole time, I tell you. All right, you ready?
I sure am.
All right. This is our first shout of the season, so hope y'all like it. All right. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. While shepherds kept their watching over silent flocks by night, behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
Well, in a lonely manger, a humble Christ was born to give us all salvation on that early Christmas morn. Oh, go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Hello, sir. I heard you're the very greatest performer of the Christmas Carol story.
I could not do it without you, sir.
I'm so inspired by your kind words.
Thank you.
It makes me so happy to hear you do all this cheering and telling people good messages about how people should be kind and not be mean.
You have inspired me too as well, sir, and I am grateful for the words that you have granted me.
Oh yes, you're so talented. You make Holiday Night such a beautiful place.
Oh, thank you. You have charmed me dearly, sir.
I know. I'm excited to hear you perform again.
I am excited to perform it for you. A Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, this is the greatest thing. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love it dearly.
You got it?
Yep.
Magic lantern on slides like this. Now, these are unpainted, but in 1863, the images that you will see would have been painted of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. As I slide the slide in front of the lens, we will find Ebenezer Scrooge. It's December the 24th, and Ebenezer is working late in his office with his clerk, Bob Cratchit. The two of them alone on Christmas Eve until Ebenezer's nephew Fred arrives, declaring, "Merry Christmas, Uncle Scrooge," to which Ebenezer responds, "Bah, humbug," and denies Fred's invitation to join for Christmas dinner the following day. As Fred leaves, he is replaced by two gentlemen soliciting donations for the poor and destitute. "Not 1 shilling, says Ebenezer. "I don't make myself merry at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry either. Now you may go." The two gentlemen leave poor Bob alone with his employer, who declares, "I suppose you'll be wanting the whole day off tomorrow, Bob." "If it's convenient, sir." "Well, it's not convenient, and it's not fair. A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. Be here all the earlier the next morning." Ebenezer arrives home and finds his door covered in a thick fog. As he places his key into the lock to open the door, he notices the knocker upon it is no knocker at all, but the face of his deceased partner, Jacob Marley. As quickly as the face appeared, it disappeared again, and Ebenezer hurries inside. The ghost of Jacob Marley appears to Ebenezer later, saying, "Ebenezer, see these chains I forged in life. Tonight you will be haunted by 3 spirits. Heed them well and avoid my fate." And the ghost was gone. Ebenezer, frightened, tried to sleep that night, but as his head hit the pillow, he was greeted by the first spirit saying, "I am the ghost of Christmas past." "Long past," said Ebenezer. "No, your past. Now rise and walk with me." Ebenezer did so, and upon gently touching the cloak of the spirit, he found himself transported into his very own childhood. "Why, that's my old employer, Mr. Fezziwig." "Ebenezer, there's no more time for work tonight. Why, it's Christmas Eve. No, let us throw up the shutters so that our party might commence." And commence it did, as soon as the tree was hung from the ceiling. Oh, there was pie for eating and beer for drinking, and Mr. and Mrs. Fezziwig danced to their heart's content. All the while Ebenezer watched on with his spirit companion, who asked, "What is that upon your cheek, Ebenezer?" "Nothing, spirit. I wish you haunt me no longer." "Come in and know me better, man. I am the ghost of Christmas present," called the second spirit. "Spirit, last night I went with your partner on compulsion, but today I wish to profit from the lessons you have to teach me. Please, lead onward." "Then touch my hand." And as Ebenezer touched the hand of the spirit, he found himself now in the home of his clerk, Bob Cratchit. The Cratchits were gathered around the dining table, and Mrs. Cratchit brought out the Christmas pudding. Some might have thought this a small pudding for such a large family, but not the Cratchits. Why, they would have blushed at such a notion. After their simple feast, they gathered around the fire. Tiny Tim placed his crotch against the fireplace as Bob held his son's withered hand tightly, not wishing to let him go. "Spirit, tell me, will Tiny Tim live?" "I see an empty chair and a crotch without an owner if these visions are not changed." Ebenezer hung his head in shame. Now looking up, he found himself in the home of his nephew Fred, who was raising a glass in the middle of the room, saying, A Merry Christmas to Uncle Scrooge. He would not take it from me, but he shall have it all the same. To Uncle Scrooge. Now arriving home, Ebenezer found the third and final spirit, who neither spoke nor moved. You are the ghost of Christmas yet to come. You are to show me visions of things that have not happened, but will happen. Is that not so, spirit? Oh, I fear you more than any. The spirit did not speak, but beckoned Scrooge into the darkness with a bony finger, where Scrooge walked to find businessmen. When did the old man die? Last night, I believe. Well, I thought he'd never die. It's likely to be a cheap funeral, as I don't know anybody to go to it. In an alleyway, Scrooge heard a woman cackling. Someone was foolish enough to put this on him to be buried in, but I took it off him all the same. Seems he frightened away people when he was alive to profit us when he was dead. Oh, spirit, these are terrifying visions. Be there no person moved by the passing of this man. Oh, if there be so, spirit, will you show him to me now, please? The spirit again did not speak, but ushered Scrooge into the darkness, where Scrooge walked to find the home of Bob Cratchit. Bob was standing in front of his family, saying, I wish you could have gone with me. It would have done you good to see how green a place it is, but I fear we shall see it often. Oh, my poor child. Ebenezer again hung his head ashamed, and looking down found his very own grave. Oh, spirit, please, I am a changed man. Oh, tell me, spirit, are these the visions of things that will happen, or the visions of things that may happen only? Oh, spirit, please, let me learn from the lessons you have taught me, spirit. Please, spirit, please. And as Ebenezer begged at the foot of the spirit, the sun mercifully rose. Ebenezer threw open the shutters and called out into the street. You there, boy. What day is it? Why, it's Christmas Day, Mr. Scrooge. Oh, then I haven't missed it. Run to the poulterers around the corner, buy the largest turkey they have, send it to Bob Cratchit, and I'll give you £half. The boy was off in a shot. Ebenezer, dressed in his finest attire, went out into the street. He never knew a walk, nor anything at all could fill him with so much joy. So he walked all the way to his nephew Fred's, where he was greeted warmly for a wonderful party, with wonderful games, wonderful food, wonderful family. The next morning, Ebenezer greeted Bob Cratchit, saying, Merry Christmas, Bob. I intend to raise your salary, and I will endeavor to assist your struggling family. We would discuss your affairs this very afternoon. And Ebenezer Scrooge was true to his word. He did all that, and infinitely more, and to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he became a second father. 'Twas always said of Ebenezer Scrooge he knew how to keep Christmas in his heart the whole year round. Something I hope might be said of each and every one of us. And so, as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us, everyone. Thank you. This is my magic lantern. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Oh, Christmas Carol sounds really good for the holidays.
For to preserve this day, this poor youngling, for whom we do heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let the songs and more.
Oh, this holiday festivity is so much fun, celebrating all the Christmas Carol, the stories, the history. It's so much fun going to holiday nights, and I'm Charles Dickens. The guy who did the Magic Lantern show of Christmas Carol did a great job, so. Hi everyone, me and Charles Dickens are having a great time at holiday nights. We had so much fun learning all the history, seeing the Magic Lantern show of the Christmas Carol. That's right, Charles Dickens. It was really good performance. And also hear a lot of good Christmas cheer in the festivities. So we want to wish everyone a great Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays for everybody. And so just try to be kind to everybody, have compassion, and also try to think of good thoughts and positive thoughts for people who are struggling during this year or the near future or during the holiday season.